On August 31st, 2021, one of the world's greatest ever footballers completed one of the most famous transfers in football history. Welcome back to Manchester United Fans Answered, where we attempt to answer Manchester United fans' most burning questions. Cristiano Ronaldo left Manchester United in 2009 for Real Madrid after winning the Ballon d'Or in 2008, playing a crucial part in helping the Red Devils to their first Champions League triumph in 9 years. Ronaldo left many fans devastated as the best player in the world was leaving for a new challenge, something the Reds weren't used to with world-class players such as Erik Cantona, Ryan Giggs and George Best, who stayed at the club till the very end of their careers. In his first spell for Manchester United, he scored 118 goals in 292 games. Cristiano went on to win a further 4 Ballon d'Ors, as well as building an unprecedented haul of over 30 major trophies, including 5 UEFA Champions League titles, 4 FIFA Club World Cups, 7 league titles in England, Spain and Italy, and the UEFA European Championship for his native Portugal. As of the summer of 2021, Cristiano has become the first player to have won league titles in England, Spain and Italy. He was also the highest goal scorer in the 2020-2021 Serie A season and won the Golden Boot at the 2020 European Championships. In the afternoon of August 30th, 2021, the story broke that Ronaldo was going to make a sensational return to Old Trafford, despite being heavily linked with a transfer to bitter local rivals Manchester City. United fans rejoiced, with many heading to the stadium to celebrate with like-minded fans, and recreated the Portuguese iconic "See You" celebration. Ronaldo endeared himself to the fans, saying, "Manchester United is a club that has always had a special place in my heart, and I have been overwhelmed by all the messages I have received since the announcement on Friday. I cannot wait to play at Old Trafford in front of a full stadium and see all the fans again. I'm looking forward to joining up with the team after the international games, and I hope we have a very successful season ahead." The story engulfed the media coverage, building up a star-studded event for Ronaldo's homecoming debut against Newcastle on the 11th of September. Of course, the Portuguese superstar did not disappoint, netting 2 goals in an impressive 4-1 victory at a packed Old Trafford. However, the 2021-2022 season would turn out to be a disaster for the club, with the manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer being sacked just a couple of months later in November, and replacement Ralf Rangnick not being able to turn the season around as Manchester United finished 6th in the Premier League with no trophies. Cristiano was clearly disappointed with how his homecoming season turned, and there were large amounts of rumours suggesting he wanted to leave the club in order to play Champions League football, as United failed to qualify. These rumours intensified significantly after it was announced that Ronaldo would not be joining the club in pre-season due to family reasons, and also missed the first weeks of training back in Carrington. Because of his lack of training, new manager Erik Ten Hag decided to leave Ronaldo out of the team for the first game of the season against Brighton in August, which resulted in a very disappointing 1-2 defeat. Cristiano got his chance in the second match away at Brentford, but his lack of fitness clearly showed. How having no pre-season training affects even the best players, with the whole team have a terrible day in the office, losing 4-0. Following an impressive 2-1 victory over Liverpool in late August, Manchester United began to build momentum with the new manager Erik Ten Hag. New signings and tactics proved to be very successful. However, Ronaldo had become an emotional drain for the club, with an array of disappointing performances. Despite this, Cristiano clearly believed his lack of game time was to blame for his dip in form, and was more interested in his own agenda than the good of the team. Leaked news stories about the players' unhappiness began to overshadow the progress the club was making on the pitch. The tension came to head after United had beaten Tottenham 2-0 at Old Trafford in October, widely recognised as their most impressive and complete performance of the season so far. However, the focus quickly shifted from the performance to Ronaldo as the Portuguese was seen leaving the pitch before the final whistle. In Ten Hag's press conference after the game, the Dutch manager let the world know that Ronaldo had refused to come on as a substitute due to limited time left in the match, and instead had walked down the tunnel. Ronaldo failed to apologise for his actions in the following days, instead appearing to defend himself in a post on Instagram, which read, "As I've always done throughout my career, I try to live and play respectfully towards my colleagues, my adversaries and my coaches. That hasn't changed. I haven't changed. I'm the same person and the same professional that I've been for the last 20 years playing elite football, and respect, as always, played a very important role in my decision-making process. Right now, I just feel that I have to keep working hard in Carrington, support my teammates, and be ready for everything in any given game. Giving in to the pressure is not an option. It never was. This is Manchester United, and united we must stand. Soon, we'll be together again. For a long time, it was rumoured Ronaldo was going to do a tell-all interview, although the timing, content and circumstances of the inevitable Ronaldo expose could never have been predicted. In United's last game before the World Cup break in November, they beat Fulham 2-1 with a dramatic late winning goal from Alejandro Garnacho, which was his first ever Premier League goal. But once again, within hours, the focus was instead on Ronaldo, when news filtered out that he had given an interview to Piers Morgan, in which he had been highly critical of the club and manager. Controversial TV host Piers Morgan, who has interviewed Ronaldo before while at Real Madrid, is a well-known Arsenal fan and critic of the new Manchester United manager Erik Ten Hag. Therefore, immediately United fans were outraged that Cristiano had chosen Piers' new TV show Uncensored as an outlet to express his opinions. Ronaldo went on to attack the club, its structure, former players and even the new manager Ten Hag. Ronaldo claimed he was betrayed by the club, saying, "Yes, I felt betrayed, and I felt like some people don't want me here, and not only this year, but last year too." Regarding Erik Ten Hag, Cristiano stated, "I don't have respect for him because he doesn't show respect for me." Ronaldo said, "If you don't have respect for me, I'm never going to have respect for you." Ronaldo even slammed United legend and former teammate Wayne Rooney, after Rooney had suggested Ronaldo is not the player he once was. Ronaldo said, "I don't know why he criticises me so badly. Probably because he finished his career and I'm still playing at a high level. I'm not going to say that I'm looking better than him," which is true. Ronaldo continued his explosive rant with criticisms of the club's structure and ownership, stating, "Since Sir Alex left, I saw no evolution in the club. Nothing had changed. The owners of the club, the Glazers, they don't care about the club." Despite supporting Ronaldo's comments on the Glazers, which are opinions most United fans have held for a very long time, the comments the Portuguese superstar made regarding the manager and Wayne Rooney were incredibly disappointing for fans who had previously adored Cristiano. Many fans also pointed out the timing of the release of the interview coming just hours after United's dramatic last victory against Fulham, further adding to Ronaldo's image as a very selfish individual. One fan tweeted, "This guy is just not hurting the board, but his fellow teammates, and it will not be forgotten for years to come." Another tweeted, "Disrespecting the club who made you what you are, such arrogance that you demean everyone and you're not the person who can be called GOAT anymore." Many United fans believe this interview had ruined Ronaldo's legacy at the club and will not be accepted by the fan base ever again, although some think the opposite. One fan with this opinion tweeted that Ronaldo, in short term, burned some bridges with United fans. However, I think deep down, everyone can put aside all the positives he's done in the past and will still call him a United legend. However, some ex-professional players came to Ronaldo's defence, even suggesting he was right to do the interview. This included Manchester United legend and TV pundit Roy Keane, supporting Cristiano's opinion on the disrespect he's been shown in being used as a substitute receiving limited game time. Ex-Liverpool player and pundit Graham Souness also defended Ronaldo's actions, stating, "I choose to believe Ronaldo has been mistreated here. I think he has been told a story and the manager has not kept it." Despite support from others within the football world, the vast majority of the United fan base, and even those who don't support the Red Devils, express their opinions on Ronaldo's attitude and professionalism on social media. The interview clearly spelled the end of Ronaldo's second stint at Manchester United in a much more disappointing way than the first. Manchester United announced they had come to a mutual agreement with Cristiano and his agent for the Portuguese talisman to leave the club with immediate effect, just a week after the full interview was released. Ronaldo let the fans know about the news on Instagram, posting, "Following conversations with Manchester United, we have mutually agreed to end our contract early. I love Manchester United and I love the fans. That will never change. However, it feels like the right time for me to seek a new challenge. We want to get your opinion as United fans on whether you think Ronaldo's interview was justified, or whether you support the manager and think the Portuguese legend's comments were out of order. Also, we want to know if you think Ronaldo leaving will help the team for the rest of the season, or whether you think United's lack of goal scorers would be a big problem. You know what to do. Let us know in the comments below and hit that notification button so you don't miss out on joining us next time as we explore another Manchester United fan question.